That creepy baby doll behind me.
Yeah, that's real creepy.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we see it.
Well, welcome to Accidental Nonsense. My name's Dave,
I'm Kristen.
and this is Accidental Nonsense, episode 38. Because we have another episode out there, but the audio's not too good. Maybe we'll release it when due times. You know about due
Yep.
times? Huh?
Yeah, due times.
I got a story. We'll start with a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you or if I even have shared this on this format, but so I had this is kind of like health anxiety related. No,
Okay. I don't.
oh, okay.
I don't know till you say.
So so I had I was shaving and whatever, and I since like last September I've had like a little like cyst because of an ingrown hair under my neck. It's like real small, right?
Okay.
Okay, good. So it's like real small. And so then I went to the doctor. He's like, "Oh yeah, you have to go to a dermatologist, or you can book an appointment with a surgeon here if you want to." So I was like, "Oh, I'll just go to a dermatologist." It took months to get into a dermatologist. I
Wow.
called one place, and their earliest was May. This was back in like February, and earliest was May. So I booked it on the books, and I was calling the other place, which is the other actual doctor place. This is like one of those, like dermatologist places that is like separate from the hospital, its
Okay.
own like practice. Okay,
Sure.
so the actual hospital's dermatologist I called, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the place is like, can you make it up to this place, which is like 25 minutes away?" They're like, "Yeah, they have like I think she said they're like practicing physicians there as well or something like that." I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine. I mean, you think a small cyst dermatologist should be able to handle anything." So I booked
Okay.
this appointment. So I go up. This one was earlier, but I kept the other one in May just in case. So I went up, went to my appointment. The doctor, well, she wasn't. It was a registered nurse. Shout out to registered nurses. But I don't think they're as good as doctors, are they?
They know some stuff.
Not in this case, because guess what happened?
What?
So I go in and I'm like, she was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's small cyst." So normally what we do, she was explaining, we just cut it open, we pull it back, we pluck out the cyst, sew everything back in, right? But then she's
They
like,
sew
"But
it. They have to sew it back up.
yeah, whatever." But she was like, "But," and I'm like, "But
That's too
what?"
small.
And she's like, "Where the cyst is, that's your like juggernaut like artery or whatever it's called, right?" That's what she's saying. And she's like, "So, and have you seen any movies? If you nick that, you bleed to
She
death."
said this.
Yeah, so she said this. So I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "What the heck? I thought it was just a small cyst. What am I gonna do?" And so then she's
So
like,
it's like 50-50 chance you die.
"Yeah." So she was like, "So I don't feel comfortable doing the surgery here because we're not equipped here to deal with like if there's any blood issues or anything like that." So she's like, "So you should probably schedule with like a plastic surgeon because they'll be more equipped to kind of handle it and be better like
To not
surgeons
kill
and
you.
to not kill me." Yeah. So I was like, "That doesn't sound right though. It's a small cyst, and that means." And I was like, "What? It doesn't sound right." So I was like, "Whatever." I left the appointment. I was like, "I'm not going to go to no plastic surgeon." I kept this other dermatologist. So I went to this one a few weeks later, beginning of May, and this one was an actual doctor this time, not a
Okay.
registered nurse. All right. So the actual doctor, I go in there, and I was like, "Yeah, it's like right here." I was showing him where it was at, and and this doctor was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we could take care of that. It's really small. We could take care of that right here in the office. You'll just have to schedule an appointment, come back in. We'll take care of it. You probably just can't exercise for like 2 weeks if you do decide to do that,
What?
because it has to heal. Like they don't want any sweat
How
and stuff.
big is it?
No, they just cut. It's
They
because
don't
they
want to get
cut
it
and yeah,
infected.
it's just because they cut and then they have to sew it
Two
back up.
weeks.
Anyways, so then I was like, "Oh," and I tell this doctor about what this other registered nurse, like dermatologist lady said, and she
Yeah.
was like, she basically gave me like the what the f kind of like facial expression, like you know. And I was like, "Yeah, that's what they told me." And she's like, "That doesn't make any sense. Like that artery is not even close to like where the cyst grows and this." And she was explaining how all the layers work and stuff.
What
And
the
she was
heck?
like, "Yeah." So she was like,
Because
if
the
they're
cyst would be in front of it, right?
what's that?"
Like the cyst would be in front
Yeah,
of all
yeah,
of
because
that.
it's more
But
towards
like
like
you
the
wouldn't risk like cutting that.
yeah. Well, because she said the nurse said if that was the case, anytime you would like cut yourself shaving, you'd bleed to death. Basically, is what she was saying.
Like
So I
that's
was like,
how not a big deal it is.
Yeah, so I mean, I told her it kind of like went down in size, so I was just gonna let it be for now.
So you're
But
not going to get it removed?
not yet, no,
Why not?
because it's just so small. I don't feel like not
Don't you
having
want
it
to get it tested?
for what?
Did they want to test it?
No, no, they said it's fine. They literally like
How do they know?
every dermatologist said it's fine
How do they know it's fine without testing it?
because they see it all the time.
They
Anyways,
see those all the time.
the
Mm.
problem here is the doctor said, dermatologist lady said that it's she's like, yeah, we just had a guy with like this massive cyst on his neck that we removed like a week ago. He was fine. So,
Dang.
but now I don't know who to believe. It's like, what if the registered nurse was right and I go and get it removed from this dermatologist and she nixed my like aorta or whatever that's called, you know?
No, well, I don't know. I'm clearly not a doctor. But wouldn't the cyst be like in front of wherever the artery is like deeper?
Yeah, that's what I would assume too.
So like the cyst is like, wouldn't it be more like surface level?
Yeah. So
I don't
I don't
know.
know. It's all good though. Like three different people said it's all good, so
All right, well,
you gotta trust the experts.
yeah,
Sometimes I don't know, but yeah,
you got it.
the one lady, she's like, you could die, and I'm like, so then I'm like, what the heck? I didn't know this was that serious of a surgery.
Seriously,
That was terrible, absolutely terrible.
you just thought you were going to get like a zip popped, essentially.
No, I thought they were just be like, oh yeah, we'll just take care of it, bling bling bling, it's out, you know. But it was all this whole thing with, and then yeah, this other doctor said I'm good though. She said, if you ever
Well,
want it out, just make an appointment. You're already on, so you can just come and just get it done.
nice.
So enough of Doctor Pimple Poppers.
Um, you got any other fun news?
Do I have any other fun news? Oh man, shoot, so much
So,
news.
apparently, yesterday, a German surgeon was fired after getting hospital cleaner to assist amputation.
What?
Like he got like a janitor to help assist in an amputation.
Well, why'd he do that?
I don't know.
You think he was on drugs?
I mean, maybe he just needed someone and no one was there.
Yeah, he's like, guys, we got to get this done. This guy's got to
This was
die.
in Berlin, I think.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why it makes sense,
Like
but
the
it makes
patient was
sense.
fine, I guess, but the doctor's been fired. Like, I don't know if he just like
Also,
needed someone and he's like, someone come in here quick. But
so you're so you're saying that the janitor actually did a good job.
yeah, he did a good job. Or she.
Was
I
he
don't know if it's he or she.
was he or she promoted to doctorhood after
No, I think it
they
takes a
fired the
few more
doctor and like
things.
oh, I thought they would like fire the doctor and they'd be like, janitor, you're in charge now. We saw what you did.
No, I don't think that's how it works. You want to hear something funny that happened in Memphis?
What happened in Memphis? I want to hear it.
Church members are hoping that whoever stole a truckload of organ pipes will repent. The
Oh
shipment
shoot.
can be recovered.
Oh snap. Someone stole organ pipes and they wanted to repent.
Someone stole a moving truck over like last weekend, I think, um, of organs and pipes, organ pipes, not organs and pipes.
So why did they steal organ and pipes? Are they worth money?
I guess, yeah, those are expensive, aren't they?
I mean, I would think so. Organs? Oh, organs. Like
Or
the
no,
piano?
yeah, not like organs in your body.
Oh shoot! I thought someone was
The
stealing like.
cost of a pipe organ can be as low as $30,000 for a used instrument to millions of dollars for a new one.
That's
Isn't
expensive.
that crazy?
I'd steal some organs too.
Well, that's why he stole it, man.
Yeah, he's not repenting.
No, he's living large.
He's living the best life. But yeah, I mean, but stuff like that though, don't you think that'll come up? It's like you scrolling through Facebook and then you see like, oh, there's all these like organs for sale. That's kind of fishy.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, how
Did
do
you
you
hear about
sell
that
that stuff?
guy?
Like, if you pull off a
About that guy that like lived underwater? He like
Oh
broke a
yeah,
record of like 70 some days he's been living underwater. That's basically
yeah,
like COVID lockdown on steroids.
yeah. That's worse than China.
Yeah, it is because he's like underwater. How do you
Yeah,
get? You can't get Uber Eats there.
I guess you go fishing.
He could go fishing. Yeah.
I don't know how you make a fire. Is there a pipe
Would
that
you
leads
want
out?
to do that? Live in like a? I
No.
guess he doesn't have. He's not going to research. Like he broke the record and he's not resurfacing yet. Like he's choosing to stay down there till who knows when.
Dang, that's crazy. God
At
bless
least
him.
that was the case like a few days ago.
That's like the guys that want to go and like live in space.
Yeah. Would you rather like go explore space or be able to see every part of our deep sea?
Oh, probably deep sea. There's nothing out there in space.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing. There's probably something deep, deep down in the sea, though.
Because we haven't been able to like look around down there.
No, we got to get down there and start looking. I mean, I think that's the only thing we got to do is get down to sea and start looking.
What you got for
You want to
us?
hear?
You gonna tell us
You
how
want
to
to hear?
survive something?
I will, but hold up. You want to hear a terrible story? This is actually really sad. You want to hear
Yeah.
a serious sad story?
Sorry,
Just
I'm
like that.
yawning. I said
TikTok.
yeah.
TikTok showed me this. I don't know when it happened. I don't know if it's
Did
recent
they?
or not recent, but there's like body cam footage of like the situation after the fact when the cops arrived. So there's a 19-year-old girl in the hospital. Forget her name. I would share it, but I forget her name. 19-year-old girl in the hospital. She was 9 months pregnant. She went into
What?
she got admitted into the hospital. Then she went into the bathroom and she I don't know if she walked in or if she was already in the hospital, but she went to the bathroom of the hospital. And then oh yeah, I think she did go in because they were looking for her and they were knocking on the bathroom door for her to open it up, and they opened it up and she was in there like there's blood everywhere. She was cleaning up the blood and everything, right? And
What?
so then they moved her back to the room, but then the nurse who was in there cleaning up the blood that was spilled, they moved her back to the room to check her, see what was going on.
What do you mean blood that was spilled?
Well, just wait. She went in, the nurse, to clean up like the bathroom,
Yeah.
and she took out the trash can. It looked empty. She took out the trash can. She put stuff in, lifted it up. It was way too heavy. She opened it up. The full-born baby was dead in the trash can. This mom threw
What?
this 19-year-old girl gave birth in the bathroom and threw the baby away and then put a trash can on top of it to try to cover it up like a trash bag so it looked like it was empty.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. And then she went into the she went and back in. The police arrived and they would go in to talk to her, and her mom's there now too. And the police were basically explaining to her detectives are going to come in and yada yada. And I think she's going to jail obviously
I
for
mean, I would
murder.
assume.
Yeah, isn't
That's
that crazy?
insane. Holy cow.
So that
Yeah,
happened.
I mean, if like we're to that point, like something's going on, like something's wrong with you.
Well, yeah, because like you could have easily just given birth at the hospital and then just said that you didn't want to keep the baby. You know,
Also,
the
how does
hospital.
that happen? You just go to the
Well,
bathroom and
well,
give
that's
birth.
why the baby was out. I don't know how she like cut the umbilical cord, but they had to rush her to like the in a little bit because she was still bleeding. They had to rush her up to because they thought the placenta was still like inside of her body, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Wow,
crazy.
that's crazy.
But there's like body cam footage and all that stuff on like them going in and
That's
having to
nuts.
tell. And the doctor like that called him in, the cops. He's talking to the cops and he's like, "Yeah, she killed the baby in the bathroom and hid it in the trash can." It's crazy.
Do you think she are they assuming that she killed the baby or um
Well,
was
yeah,
it like born dead?
well,
Was
she
the
was
baby
saying
fine before that?
on the body cam footage, she was saying that she that the baby wasn't making any noise, and so I don't know if that played a role
But who
too.
knows?
Yeah, but I think she went to jail.
Otherwise, why wouldn't you call for like why wouldn't you call for help?
Oh, this was recent. This was like a day ago.
Man, we're gonna have to put like a trigger warning on this episode.
Oh wait, she was released from jail. She went in for the hospital for back pain, and then she ended up. That's crazy.
Hmm. Well,
Yeah. Anyways, off back to some more like less depressing news, but that was like new news though. That's like I think it happened in January, but they were just released all like the footage and stuff. So
wow.
yeah. All right. So another topic of
All
blood.
right.
How do you treat a bullet or a knife wound? Do you know how?
Um, put pressure on it.
Well, first it says do not immediately pull out any impaled objects.
Okay. But
Keep
what if
these
it?
objects.
Okay. Keep them all
Keep them
in.
in. Keep them all in.
Okay.
Objects stay in.
But is there
Control
like
the
how long? How long should you keep them in there?
until you get to a hospital
What if
because
you
you could
have
bleed.
days?
Because if you take it out, you could bleed to death.
What if you have? What if you're like out in the wilderness? It doesn't tell
You
us.
leave it in because it could be saving your life.
So you're
Removing
like
them could
walking
cause
around with a big like
yeah.
knife out of you.
Removing them could cause severe bleeding that cannot be controlled.
Wow.
And then the next one is to control the bleeding. So if there is bleeding, can put pressure, control it.
Control it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then immobilize the injured area. You got to immobilize it, and then dress the
Mhm.
wound to prevent infection. So if you get shot, don't or stabbed, and then it says to get medical attention as soon as possible.
Makes sense if you're shot or stabbed.
Yeah, and if there's like a knife impaled in your neck, you probably should get to the hospital probably pretty quick.
Don't go to the RN.
Don't go to a dermatologist registered nurse. Even if she's certified. I'm starting to think I was actually talking to somebody. She made a good point is that there's all these like RNs that are coming out now that are like the COVID RNs, right? That were kind of going through school when COVID was everything was virtual. So maybe they didn't get the training they needed. You know what I'm you ever think about that?
Maybe, yeah.
You made
I
a good
haven't
point.
thought about it, but
Well, now you're
yeah.
thinking. Go to a doctor.
I want to know. Okay, how do you survive? Like, give us something say
Lost in
you're
the
walking
desert.
down the. No, say like something that could happen, like a tree falls on your house, or
Oh
something that
shoot.
could happen through their life, or like your car drifts into a river.
Oh, how to escape a sinking car? You want that one?
There we go.
All right, this is it right here. 36. All right. So here's the thing: the car goes into the river. It's Michael Scott, Dwight Schrute situation. If you follow the wrong GPS, you end up in a river. First thing you want to do is, as soon as the water you hit the water, you need to open your window. Don't hesitate. Crank that window open. This is your best chance of escape. There's no other chances but the window.
Okay.
Number two, if your power windows won't work or you cannot roll your windows down all the way, attempt to break the glass with your foot or shoulder or a heavy object, such as an anti-theft
Your
steering wheel.
shoulder, that'd be kind of hard to like
Well,
break it with your shoulder.
you got to do what you need to do. And then number three is to
Okay.
get out.
Obviously, yeah.
And then number four is if you are unable to open the window or break it, you have one final option. Remain calm and do not panic. You ready for the final option?
Huh.
You die.
No.
No,
Is
I'm
it?
just kidding. That doesn't say that. It says, wait until the car begins filling with water. When the water reaches your head, take a deep breath and hold it. Now the pressure should be equalized inside and outside, and you should be able to open the door and swim to the surface.
That would be so scary.
So that's
And
your last option.
what if that lake or river was really deep?
Yeah, well, I guess you just have
Like
to
what
get
if
to
it was
it.
like Loch Ness? Like Loch Ness is apparently really deep, but it's
Yeah,
super skinny.
yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on how quick the car fills with water as it's sinking. Because then, if it's sinking and it's completely filled, you could open the door and get out. But if it's not, and it hits the bottom and then it fills, then you're like taking your last breath and then having to swim all the
Right.
way.
Well, like what if the car sunk? I guess it could sink slow, but what if it sunk really quickly for some reason?
I'm not planning on driving into any lakes soon.
No, but it could happen.
It could happen. Oh, did you see this dude? I've been hooked on this YouTube guy who lets like these poisonous animals that some of them like aren't deadly,
Yes,
but they hurt. He lets them bite him. He puts his arm
I
out and
was
he lets
watching
them.
that with Brian,
Yeah, that's awesome.
our brother. He let some like thing bite him. He kind of seemed like a big baby about it. Like I'm not going to judge his pain level, but like it seemed a bit showy to me.
Yeah, a little over exaggerating.
I'm like, okay, does it hurt that bad that you have to scream like that, or is that for show?
Like there was one with like a giant centipede looking thing. Did you see that one? It bit him and he went nuts.
That's the one I watched. That's the one where I was like, this seems like a bit
It's gross though.
exaggerated. Like, I mean, not that it didn't hurt, but do you scream when you're in pain?
Do I scream when I'm in pain?
Yeah.
I guess I'll more of do like, you know,
I
something like that. Like I don't do
like
yelling.
I like would get quiet. I mean, I guess it would depend on how bad the pain,
Yeah, you gotta let something out.
but
Shoot,
well, maybe we should do that for our next episode to see who screams first.
by getting like bit by things. I think if a spider just landed on me, I'd scream. So, all right,
Yeah.
one more survival technique. How do you jump from a building into a dumpster? You want to know how?
Oh, there we go. That would hurt. You know, in movies, they'll have people jump into dumpsters all the time. But you think
Yeah.
about, like, there's glass in those bags. People are throwing away, like, old knives.
Oh yeah, you never
Like,
know. Well,
who
that's
knows
where
what people are putting in the trash?
that's where if you're impaled by something, you know how to do that too. So the first thing you want to do is jump straight down.
Like a pencil dive?
Yeah, and then tuck your head and bring your legs around.
So, like a cannonball.
Like not quite a full somersault. This is the only
What?
method that will allow. Says to do this during the fall, execute a three-quarter revolution. Basically,
What?
a not quite full somersault. So you're
I don't
supposed to
know if that
pencil
makes
that
sense to
and
me.
bring your legs around. I don't know, but then
Like, when do you bring your legs around when you hit?
probably as soon as you can. Probably right when you jump.
So, like a cannonball?
Jump straight down and then bring your legs, tuck your head and bring your legs around, like
But I
behind you.
thought it.
Yeah. Anyways, but then it says to
That
aim for
sounds
the
like a
center.
cannonball.
Yeah, it says aim for the center of the dumpster or a large box and land flat on your back. Oh, that's what it is. They're tuck your legs up and go down on your back, so not all the way
Oof.
around. Yeah, land on your
Ouch.
back. When your body folds, your feet and hands meet. So that when your body folds, your feet and hands meet.
So, like, you're grabbing your feet?
Oh, here, there's the picture. Yeah.
Show us.
I'll show this up
So,
here.
so it's like a. It's a bit blurry. Okay, so you go in. Oh, okay, I see. So you're kind of like you're you're kind of like a U, like the letter U, and you're going down on your back. But you're supposed to like flip in the air, so you jump straight down, and then you're supposed to do like a
Yeah,
flip.
you're
We're gonna have
supposed
to
to rotate.
practice that.
Yeah, we'll have to get a dumpster one of these days
That
and
seems like
jump.
something you need to practice. That seems kind of difficult.
I can practice at the core. We got a dumpster and I got a roof right next to it. Probably figure this
Yeah,
out.
we can practice. We'll put some foam in there and then
We
practice.
got a lot of cardboard, so
Yeah, next time.
next time. All right. Anything else? I think that was good.
That's all.
All right. That's all she wrote. Tune in next week. Hopefully, this audio on this one is good. If not, I'm posting it anyways. Adios, everybody. Say bye.
Bye.